thanks, Matt. So next we have, I'm not sure I pronounced your names correctly, but Alex Du Fries and Hannes Harms. Is that roughly right? Yes. Okay. Thank you. And so.
Hi, I'm Alex and this is Hannes, and we're both from the IDE department. So we're going to be talking through a recent project that we've just completed. It's a group project, and at the beginning of the project my two teammates, Hannes, Peter and myself, we wanted to think how we could rethink the consumer electronics industry, and it's quite an ambitious statement to come up with because we're up against a multi-billion-dollar industry, but anyway, this was our attempt at it. We didn't let that stop us. So we started off by identifying the major pain points along the consumer along the electronics life cycle, starting from the extraction of raw materials to the carbon footprint of transportation, all the way to the end of the cycle where we're looking at obsolescence and the effects of electronic waste. But our major realization through our research was how disconnected we are as users from these steps in the cycle. We have no input or choice in what gets manufactured and how often it gets outdated, as well as what actually goes into these devices that we keep with us on a daily basis. So we decided to really focus on this and focus on ways of engaging the user in this life cycle. And the good thing about the IDE course is that it really encourages us to be very experimental and hands-on in our approach to solving problems. So these are a few early attempts in trying to engage the user in the electronic devices. So the one on the far left is actually a radio in which the casing is nurtured by the user they actually grow the casing, which is made of mushrooms, around the device until it's fully grown, and once it's reached to the right size and they can use it. The one next to it, the user actually has to draw the circuitry directly onto the casing until it's complete and they can start listening to the radio. And then the one on the far right, all you need to do is add water to a bag of plaster and wait for it to harden before you can start listening to the device. And these outcomes are quite exciting because they really gave us some playful ways of engaging the user. But parallel to this, we felt like we really needed to look at current and emerging technologies in order to tie our experimental observations into systems or devices that could be actually used in the real world realistically. I mean, people aren't going to be walking around with a mushroom cell phone in their pocket in the near future. And this is where we saw great potential for plastic and especially printed electronics.